Man, Mike, I was watching TV. There was a commercial, this weird Pepsi thing. Have you seen this? It's like a protest, but they're like advertising Pepsi and Kendall Jenner's. It's so crazy. You seen this shit?
Yeah, I like it.
What?
I like it. I thought it was gorgeous.
You're joking, right? What are you talking about?
What, you didn't like it?
No, it's terrible. I mean, this thing is, it's commodifying real shit that people are going through, first of all. Then they have Kendall representing, I mean, pretty much a combination of BLM, women's rights protesters, all that. She's a privileged girl. I mean, this is stupid. You can't see. And, like, giving a cop a Pepsi, like, to solve the world's issues, you don't think that's stupid?
Well, first of all, I mean, don't be trying to use big words with your commodifying. You fucking liberals and your commodifying bullshit. Second of all, you guys don't own a monopoly on protests, all right? So if I want to go out and protest the fact that there's ugly people walking around, then I should be able to do that.
That's crazy, dude.
It's not crazy. It's crazy that you think that ugly people shouldn't be protested.
Look, man. I don't understand. Like, it's weird. Look, wait. What are you doing with the Pepsi in your hand, dude?
Wait, Pepsi's better than Coke. So what's the issue?
Are you being paid by them? Why are you saying all this shit? This is weird.
I'm not being paid by anybody. Why don't you just calm yourself down and have one of these nice, cold, refreshing Pepsis? They're just... It's so good.
You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm d.respect.
You got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
Up to New York, you know what I mean? We like to eat out here. You
gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm done.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're doing the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there.
You're listening to Double D's. I am Dom, and d.respect is not here today. We killed him. We buried him in a basement. No, he's got some stuff to take care of in terms of his living situation. He's homeless right now. He's being kicked out of his house, which is hilarious. And we have Myke Seatown with us.
It's fucked up. It's hilarious that man's homeless.
Yes, it's great. Please introduce yourself for the people. This is DSE all of a sudden.
Oh, hey. Hey, guys. I'm Myke Seatown. I don't really know what to say about myself. I do Dead End Hip Hop, and I do my own channel where I talk about records and I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, if you guys are listening to iTunes, don't forget to rate and review us. Also, this is a big get, guys. You got a big guest here. We're going to try and get more guests on. We usually don't get guests on here because, honestly, we're lazy. All right, and we need a producer at some point, which we'll have. But what we want is 200 likes on this video. Please, if you can do that, guys, put a fucking like in the comments if you're listening to this on YouTube. Also, we're sponsored by the Skitcast, an album of original skits we did last year. d.respect and I worked really hard on them. We would appreciate it if you downloaded that shit because we're poor.
Shit's tight.
Yes. That Pepsi commercial, we were just talking about it earlier, and yeah, it's terrible for so many reasons, but I think the main thing that bothers me about it is I just keep seeing signs that massive corporations are just as like fallible as a human. Like, big groups of people make mistakes, even though there are portions of corporations that are supposed to make sure that shit like this commercial doesn't happen. They went through anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the commercial well after people were really pissed off about it. Because, I like to get on Twitter and go to the trending topics to see what people are angry about. And I saw, Pepsi commercial. So I'm like, what the fuck, really? So I went and watched it, and I was laughing throughout the entire thing. It's fucking hilarious. Not once did I get mad, because I'm not surprised when companies do shit like this.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I think that with me, there's just so much other crazy crap going on in the world that I can't get mad about a Pepsi commercial. I just don't care that much.
Yeah, I'm not mad either. Like, and I'm not a protester, even though I was at the Women's March, but right. Like, I'm not a protester, and I've never written an angry blog about anything, but it's just, I don't know, you look at something like, is this Is this them really? Could this possibly be them gaming the system? Because I've never, like, I'm sitting there looking at a Pepsi logo. Could this possibly be a huge game for them, and they actually did this to get more publicity?
I don't think so. I think that whole thing about negative publicity is still publicity, and it's all good.
It's true though.
I don't think it is, man. I don't think anybody is running out to grab a Pepsi because they pissed off a bunch of kids. I really, really don't. And I think that whole thing is like a conspiracy theory type of thing. Oh, they did this. They did it on purpose, so everyone would be mad, and they'd be so mad that their mouth would get dry, and they'd want to like. No, they did it because they're fucking tone deaf, and they really didn't think it was a problem.
Listen, my black brother, listen, my black brother. Do you not understand what is happening? No, see, Negroes like you don't understand, okay? But I'm gonna educate you. You understand, my black brother? Okay, you gotta understand that the white man is gonna program us, okay? The white man is gonna try to hold us down, you understand? You know the best bit, the best part about this bit is that this guy is actually just working at a Starbucks.
Of course he is.
Talking.
Of course he is. Or he's on the street handing out fucking mixtapes. It's one of the two.
My black brother, do you want to buy my mixtape? I am called Young Cereal. Okay?
Like, no, I don't. I'm sure it's fucking awful.
We used to have a lot of CD hander-outers here, and I remember one time, I told this story on Double D's way long time ago, but I'll tell it to you in these newer listeners maybe. I was at a Metro, and this bummy looking guy, young guy, comes up to me. He's like, "Hey man, you trying to listen to my mixtape, man? Only $1, man. I'm just an up and coming rapper, man. You understand, man? And I'm like, you know what? For once, yes. Here's $1. I took that CD back, and I shit you not, the first song was called Box of Cereal.
What?
And he was rapping. I wish to God I'd kept it. All I remember was like, I wake up every day, eat my box of cereal. And that was the hook.
Oh my God.
And this was probably like 6-7 years ago. This is before trap or any sort of like mumble rap came out. And he was rapping about his box of cereal. And I was like, I took the CD, and I remember just taking the jewel case and flinging it hard into the trash. And like, it's just embarrassing. It's like, why would you do that to people? You're outside.
Do what?
Why would you put your music in my ears like that? Why would you make me listen to that shit?
Well, I mean, clearly he thinks it's good.
But it's all like, how could you sit there and listen to that shit? You have to know at some point.
I don't think they do, man. I don't look. I get fucking
yeah. You get a lot
all day, every fucking day, and I really don't think these people know that their music sucks, and that's fine. But I don't like you. I don't know why you want someone like me to hear it, because I'm going to be extremely honest. Which is why I don't review people's music that they send me.
Yeah,
because it's like so bad. It's just like I have nothing good to say about it.
Honestly, man, I hate to say this, but like with drawings, it's the same. Like most of the people who send me their drawings, I'm not gonna say that they suck, but like I would never even click it on Instagram. It's like it's all either generic or it's like it's very high school or even college. It's like people will send me drawings of like studies they're doing, of like half-finished drawings of like them trying to draw a statue that they saw, and it's like, what? This says nothing about you. Like, why are you even showing me this? Like, it's weird. And I know that the intentions are nice, like, and they just want like some kind of maybe acceptance, or like they want to hear me say something nice about their shit, but it's like, I always feel weird about that, because it's like, dude, you know that you're not there yet. Mm-hmm. It's like, so why would you even come to me with this?
I didn't know people did that to you. They send you their artwork?
Yeah, all the time.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess they just want you to critique it, or they want to be able to say, oh, well, Dom from Dom Sketchcast said that my art was good, and that means something to people.
There are like, I think there are 2 or 3 guys out of the many people who sent me shit. There are maybe 2 guys who have sent me drawings, and I'm like, holy shit. Not only are they good, but they are like professional level. Like at the age they are, like they'll surpass me. Like these kids are like 22. Like there are two kids who sent me shit, and it's like, wow, you guys are fucking like, this is you're better than me. But yeah, that's super rare. And you know what? You know what the common thread was between those two kids? They didn't even send me their shit. Like not even with the they didn't send me their shit with this idea of like, oh, can you critique it? It's like they know, like they knew, and not even in a dickish way.
Yeah,
like you just know. But I don't know what it's like if you're a rapper in this world. Like I wouldn't even know what to do. Like I could rap right now, and me and d.respect are talking about making a really shitty mixtape with some Double D's characters. But like that's because we already have an audience and it's a joke. Right. But like if we were making a serious project, like I don't even know. I guess you go on SoundCloud and I don't know how, like, who are the champions of SoundCloud? Who is going through, like, how does Lil Yachty get created? You know,
you are asking the wrong person. I don't know how that shit works. Because I mean, look, 9 times out of 10 when I hear somebody send me something on SoundCloud, like they're like, oh, this is the next hot thing, or this dude's dope, or whatever.
I'm talking about himself.
Yeah, like
Dom
that
is
shit.
Sexy.
That
got a
shit
big
is
ass
obnoxious.
Fucking, yeah.
Like that's. I keep meaning to do this, and I'm gonna do it eventually. Like, I'm gonna do a video where it's like, you know, tips for, you know, up and coming indie rappers or something like that.
Ah, right.
And it's gonna be all of the things that annoy the living fuck out of all of us that people seem to think works. But like there's this guy on Twitter. I won't say his name because I honestly don't even remember it. But he kept sending his videos over and over and over again. And after like 3, it's like, yeah, I went and listened to it, and it was fucking awful.
Of course.
Oh, awful. And then he always would say, yo, this is the hottest new shit. Yo, have you heard this guy? And it's like, I love it. The name on the song is the same name as your Twitter name. So I'm like, are you fucking stupid, or do you think I'm stupid?
Yo, have you heard this guy's the fucking best?
This dude's so dope. This dude killed this beat, Myke. You gotta hear this.
Plus he fucked like 10 bitches last night, I heard. Eddie's got so much money. He's so nice to everybody too. You gotta listen to this guy.
He's all around. He's all around artist, man. He's the full package. And it's like, yeah, I listened to it and it was not good, so I just ignored it. But then he kept doing it. So finally I was like, dude, can you please stop sending this? Like, it's obnoxious. And then they'll get mad. Like, oh, you too good? Oh, you get too much stuff, so you want to be a dick? Nah, dude, you fucking sent me your shitty song 13 times. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm not at that level yet, and I'm so happy. But you know what it is at that point, you're an idea to them. You realize that, right?
Exactly. And I said something the other day. It's like, people think that just because I review music sometimes, they think that that's all I do. Like, that's my entire... Like, I wake up, and I just look for music that I can talk about.
You wake up in a pile of vinyl, and you just...
No, I wake up and I look at my computer, and I have 13,000 MP3s just waiting for me to critique them. That's what they think. And it's just like, no, I like to listen to music as pleasure as well, so I don't want to always have to look at music like it's a fucking job.
Right.
And it's like, I always want to be like, put yourself in my shoes for a second and be like, would you want to hear 20 terrible songs just so you can hear 3 good ones and have to critique all of them? Like, do you want to do that? No, it's not fun. So why do you think I want to?
You know what, guys? I'm going to tell you this, like, me and Myke and d.respect and Fantano, all these guys, Beezy, we're all in this industry now. Whether or not we want to like admit it, we're in a position where we can blow things up if we want. You know, we can shout out people. We have a little bit of. I mean, like, you guys have more followers than I do. Like Fantano and like Dead End Hip Hop, like those brands have like way more. But like, what the thing you guys got to understand is like, there's a common thread. There's something, like, if you want to get good at anything, whether it's making music or music reviewing or making art or being a YouTube commentator, and if you want to get good, you got to have a strong opinion. You have to be unique, but the one of the biggest things is like you're gonna have to get along with your contemporaries. You're gonna have to get along with people as a whole. So, and I think empathy is involved with that. Really, it's like I think empathy is one of the biggest things I'd say is that we don't talk about usually. But it's like you have to understand your place in this world, and there is, how do I put this? So there are two sides to this. There's a side of you that needs to be super ambitious, and I understand that. Like, you have to be the kind of person where it's like, I mean, I'm talking about myself right now. My shit belongs on Adult Swim. That's where I want it to be eventually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Me saying that it is definitely ego driven, but it's like I think I can objectively say that because I'm not. I think I'm pretty objective about what I do, and I'm very critical of myself, right? So that's the ego-driven side, but there's also the empathetic side, the socially calibrated side, where it's like, I have contacts with people at Adult Swim right now. I do not call them every day. I don't call people who, like, I don't call you every day, Fantano, trying to get put on this shit.
Right.
Because you have to balance out your expectations and aspirations versus the person that's in front of you. Like here's the thing. Again, every time you talk to someone on the internet, that's a person.
Yep.
They have a fucking life. They have ears, and they have eyes, and they have like. I know it sounds fucking corny and all that shit. And you know what? If you're a guy out there who thinks I sound like a pussy saying this, then I'm talking to you.
Yep, exactly.
I'm talking to you. It's like. This guy has a family. He has like, I mean, he ate something for breakfast. You got to remember that. And so you have to approach them like. I mean, maybe these guys don't understand that human interactions are just. They're parallels online. I mean, I don't. To me, it just seems so obvious. Why would you email someone treating them like shit?
That's the thing. It's like. I understand being a rapper, and I understand it's fucking hard to make it. And they look at someone like me or you or Fantano or Ken or B or whatever, and they're like, this person. Actually, don't think this person. They're like, this can help me get somewhere. This.
Yeah.
And then they just, it's incessant. They're just like, this person has been waiting for my music. I mean, why is me reviewing it? I mean. What else does he have to do? And when you tell them like yo, I don't have time, or I can't right now, it doesn't even make sense to them. And this isn't just like small, I don't have a name yet rappers. Like, this also goes for rappers who have been in the game for a minute. Like, they do the same shit, and it's like and you can tell that they have this mentality because they never interact with you on Twitter, ever, unless they have a project coming out. Then it's like, yo, can you check this out? And it's like, are you like, really? Who are you? And then you go look, like, oh, I'm following you because you sent me something about music 2 years ago, but I haven't interacted with you since.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. Like, what we're getting at is this is kind of advanced, but again, like, I'm gonna suck my own dick for a second. This is stuff that I knew inherently, and I know that you knew this. Basically, don't go walking up to, like, the worst thing you can do online is go and knock on somebody's door and at them wanting something when you have not provided them any value. Like, we know when you're just some guy who wants something from us. Like, we're hip to that.
It's obvious.
And it's like, versus, honestly, if you're a guy who's watched every one of Myke's videos and you're commenting there every day, I'm saying positive or negative. Not even, like, I'm not even saying you have to be sucking his dick, but like, if you show up and you give commentary and you're clearly just a viewer, and then you say something, then you send him something, he's probably gonna listen to it. He might not like it, but he'll probably check it out for at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the people that I do actively listen to. Like, there's this guy, Colin, who, he's a producer, and he never even told me that he was a producer. We just talked on Twitter a bunch. Right, we even hung out once or twice before I even knew that he produced this rapper that I know. And I was like, wait, why didn't you ever say anything? And he was just like, I didn't really want to.
And that's a winner right there. That's what it is.
And the thing about it is, he's fucking dope. Like he's a dope ass producer. But he didn't.
But that's what they're like. They're like that.
Yeah, because they're just like, well,
Like,
if he hears my music, he does. If he doesn't, that's cool too. The rest of these guys, they're just like, no, you're only here to hear my music. And trust me, again, I totally get it. I totally get it. But don't expect me to be fucking super cool about it. Like, oh yeah, I just woke up. It's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. But your music right now, before anything else in my day, it needs to be listened to. And I need to tell you exactly what I think. Which is only that it's the best song I've ever heard. Because if I tell you that it sucks, then you're just going to get mad.
A part of me is glad when I see things like this, because I'm like, oh shit, like, there's so many people who don't know how to even talk to a human. So I'm going to, like, I look so much better in comparison. This is great. I'm friendly. I work really fast. I'm efficient at what I do. And I can talk to people, you know? Like, this is awesome. Like, and that's another thing that's plaguing the art industry, I think, is they're like, I think artists for the most part are like really shy. Like, I mean, you get it.
Yeah.
I mean, artists and musicians, like, they're not really social. So, like, I think the social aspect of this business, which, I mean, there's a huge aspect to it. It's like, people gotta like you to want to work with you, and that's something that you never hear in college or even in high school. No one tells you this, man, but like, it is really tribal. It's like, if someone likes you on a gut level, you're gonna get more opportunities from them. And I'm not even talking about whether or not your stuff is good. I mean, like, being a really nice person, I think there is like some kind of triangle. It's like, deliver on time, be really fucking good at what you do, or be friendly, be nice to be around. And it's like, if you have two of those, you're pretty good. If you have all three, you're a knockout. But like, being friendly is like super super important. But I guess, like, there's no place in life where you learn social skills other than at home. Well, or I guess at public school, again, you know, I mean.
Yeah, you learn them in the streets when someone fucking knocks you out for saying some stupid shit, or someone like snaps on you because you said something and didn't know that it was wrong to say.
Right,
you know,
right.
It's like I learned certain social skills at home, but the majority of what I learned was being out in the street. Not like in the street, nigga. Like not like that.
Myke was dealing that dope,
cooking that crack, son.
The idea of you selling rock on the street is so funny to me. Like,
why?
Hey, what you want, dude? What you want? It's just funny. I don't know. I think it's as funny as the idea of me doing it. You know what? I think you'd fit in more in the crack game.
I doubt it. My attitude is way too bad for me to do something like that. I would have no customers.
Hey man, you got some of that rock, Myke? I hear your rock is the best, dude.
Like,
the best
dude,
shit.
Why are you still, like, just give me the fucking money and just get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to.
But I'm trying to get that rock. I heard you got that real crack.
I got 2 rocks for your mama's lips, bye. Now get out of here, bye.
Why are you robbing the
That's how I do.
You're robbing the. Are you Omar?
Maybe, goddammit. No, well,
jeez.
I'm more of a. What was the dude's name? Bodie?
Oh, Bodie. Yeah. He was cool.
That was my man. I like him.
Damn, he got.
He did.
Okay, so speaking of street etiquette, I'm gonna tell you a situation that happened to me yesterday when I was on a date with a girl.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
And I want to know what you would do. I feel like, okay, I'm sure you've experienced like a lot of stuff like this. Okay, so we're out and we're in DuPont Circle, which is douche central in DC. I usually don't go out to eat there, because I live in Silver Spring, which is kind of, it's more of a, it is a city, but it's more of a burbsy city, less douchey, right?
Okay.
And so DuPont Circle, I'm gonna describe it to you. It's like really like upper middle class, or like really upper class white dudes with boat shoes, you know, white chicks with long hair and the shades, and they're all wearing stupid high heels, drunk as fuck. Like, brunch is the thing in DC. I don't know if brunch is as big in Atlanta, but like, everyone just likes to get day drunk, and it's so stupid. And we're out at some Mexican place and eating outside, which I usually don't do either. But we're eating at one of those places where it's just like, it's just a fence a waist length fence that's separating you from the sidewalk, right?
Okay.
Eating with this girl, having some delicious yuca fries, bada bing. I got a brisket taco, bada boom, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying?
Bang, bang.
Yeah, and these two drunk white dudes come up to me. They stumble by, and one of them, I'm gonna describe him. One of them is like maybe 6'1", decent size. He looks like he might have played lacrosse. Other guy, I mean 5'7". It could easily take him. The bigger guy would maybe give me a little more of an issue, but that's I'm just telling you like the stature. Boat shoes white guy, right?
Okay.
Entitled type of white guy. Both are drunk. Not sloppy to the point where they're slurring, but like they're clearly like practice drunks. Like they're probably alcoholics, but it's like they're past the point. Which and here's why. Taller white guy says, "Dude, can I have one of your potato fries?"
Are you serious?
Yeah, and his hand is like inching towards my shit, and I'm like, "Nah, dude, nah."
Oh my god.
And immediately, like, as a man, you know this, especially when you're with a woman. It's like, bing, you're like, okay, threat assessment. Where am I? Where are these two guys, right?
Yep.
What state are they in? But while that's happening, and this is the key, you gotta keep eating. You don't turn your whole body to them. Your shit is not frazzled. You're not, right? You know, panic?
Yeah,
No panic. Just, okay, half my mind, like, before this, half my mind was eating. No, actually, like, 80% of my mind was eating, and 20% is listening to this chick talk about paintings or whatever the fuck she's blabbing about, right? Mm-hmm. Now, it's probably 20% eating and pretending like I'm eating. I'm not even tasting the food, but it's just that action is going, and I'm like, okay, de-escalate him, get him out of my way. Get him out of here. So he's like, why not, man? And I'm like,
are you serious?
yeah, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, nah, not right now. And he's like, oh man, and he immediately starts apologizing. He's like, I'm sorry, like, I your dinner, like, I interrupted, didn't I? And the girl, and here's the difference between men and women in this situation. She's like, yeah, you did interrupt, you did. Mm-hmm. She's white, by the way, which I think it's part of my brother thinks this is part of the context, but like, she's like, yeah, you did interrupt, and see, that's not something that I would have said. Because my physical presence it's intimidating enough, so I don't have to go around flapping my gums. Because like if shit popped off, it's like I'm difficult to deal with physically. Like you know, from the drunk guy's angle, they're also doing a threat assessment, but like being a big black dude or being a black dude in general, your threat is higher.
Of course,
your threat level. So that's one thing I have going for me. And I really wish there was a UFC commentary for situations like this. What's he going to do here? I mean, Dom's got the upper hand. He is sitting down, eating fries. He's fat, but, you know. Anyway, eventually, he talks for a little too long and then tries to shake my hand.
Yeah.
And his hand looks grimy. And I'm like, I don't know where the fuck. Like, get your fucking hand. That's what I'm thinking. But I extend him this. I give him a little get out fist bump. I'm just
yes, that's what I was going to tell you.
I'm like I give him the fist and he's like, "What's that, man? What's that?" And he's like, and I was like, "This is how we do it here. We do a fist bump, all right?" And he's like, "I'm from Ireland, man. We do the handshake." And I'm like, "You
oh my God.
cunt!" And his friend at that point, bless him, maybe I guess he's like, "Oh, we gotta go. All right, let's go." And it's like, "Okay, thank you for doing that now. Forget your fucking boy." And like if it had gone any longer, I would have had to get up and like tell the manager. Like I didn't want to have to stand up because that's escalating. Mm-hmm. The thing about drunks is like they're standing on a balance beam. Their emotions are just and they're holding two plates. And one of them is like super docile, I love you, on the verge of tears, and the other one is like screaming aggression, fighting everybody. Yep. And you don't know which way it's gonna go. So the best thing to do with drunk guys is to just, you know, keep them, like, you gotta be super docile. You treat him like a little baby because he's a little fucking baby man outside, and that's it's. Well, like, eventually he walks away, and then he just keeps trying to walk up to us. And he's like, "I'm sorry. I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "It's good. I'm like, go eat. Get out of here. You're fine. But like, what would you have done in that situation?
Well, what's funny about it is you sound like this is something new. Like this has happened to me a million times in Atlanta. Like the same type of shit. Like
I've only had it once, man.
You what?
I've only had it once, maybe twice.
Oh wow, yeah, no, this happens all like. It would happen at shows. It'll happen if I'm out eating, whatever. But I just know how to handle people like that.
Yeah.
I can stay nice until it gets to a point where I can't be nice anymore.
Roadhouse.
Do what?
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse?
Be nice, Myke. Be nice. No, Myke is the cooler. Myke is the cooler at the bar. I'm the fat dude who's just learning, and I'm like roughing some white dudes up, and Myke is like, be nice.
Oh no. Like if it gets there, it can get there, but it takes a bit for me. Like usually I can get rid of him. So like what I would have done when he walked up, I would have done the same thing you did when he was just like, oh man, can I have one of your fries? Be like, nah, dude, man, you can't have any of my fries, but take care, whatever. And if he just kept going, eventually it would have been like, all right, dude, look, I'm sitting here like having lunch with my friend. Can you guys go? Oh, I'm sorry.
Right,
it's
right,
cool,
right.
man.
Oh,
Don't
no.
worry about it. It's fine. No one's mad at you. But I just want to get back to my hangout here. And if that doesn't work, at that point, I probably would have gotten madder than you, like faster than you did.
Yeah.
Because I have a shorter temper, I think. Especially when I'm dealing with like drunk frat boys. Like
You see, but it's such a specific drunk. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
I know. The drunk where it feels like they don't even know where the fuck they are.
Yeah, but also it's the entitlement. That's what I like, and I know I sound like let me turn this AC off. I know I sound like a fucking like some asshole. Like I sound like a liberal and all that shit, but like, but this is real, dude. Like you feel it. Like they feel like they're encroaching on your space, and it's like. Here's the other thing that blew my mind. So the first thing he says to me after like we're blabbing about the fries, he's like, I just ate 13 tacos, dude. 13. And I was like, 13? Really? Wow. He's like, yeah, man. And I believe him. He was a big guy. But like, then I thought about it afterwards. He was full. This guy wasn't hungry. No, yeah, I know. I'm sitting there eating afterwards, just steaming, just like piecing together this whole thing. This guy didn't need to eat at all. He wasn't hungry. So then, what did he want? That's when this gets interesting. This guy is no different from a little baby boy, right? Who's just, mommy, can I have the fries? Can I have the fries, mommy? And she's like, no, don't, mom, but I want the fries. That's what he was doing. Also, trying to impose, like, basically trying to sun me in front of a woman.
Well, I think the problem here lies in the fact that you actually had a conversation with him. So when he was like, "Oh, I just had 13 tacos," honestly, I would have just stared at him, been like, "All right." I wouldn't have been like, "Oh, 13, cool," because what you're
A part of
doing.
you was also interested. Like, how do you eat that?
See, exactly. I don't do that. See, what you were doing is you were giving him a reason to keep talking to you. I wouldn't have done that. I would have just been like, "All right, oh yeah, man, I'm really sorry. All right, man, it's cool." And just not said a word.
You shut it.
Yeah, because the people like that, every inch you give them, they take it as they think that you want them there. Like you want to carry on this conversation with them. Don't give them any reason.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. See, I would have gotten madder quicker than you because I wouldn't have been having any conversation with him. And so if he kept going, even though my face would be completely stoic, then I would have just got annoyed and been like, look, dude, you need to go. Like, you need to fucking bounce. And honestly, people watch the show or whatever. They're like, oh, he's this little skinny dude. I don't even think about my size versus his size. All I'm thinking is, you're getting on my fucking nerves, and I want this to end.
Yeah.
And I already know, I mean, I don't fight, but I have been in fights. And I already know, if you're bigger than me, the first thing I'm doing is I'm popping you in the fucking head with a bottle. I think we had this discussion before.
Yeah.
So it's not going to get there unless it absolutely has to. Like, he would have to punch me first or hit the girl or something before I would ever get physical with him. But I would have gotten madder quicker than you. And I would have been like, look, dude, you need to take your friend and go.
Yeah. I think one privilege we do have is, like, as black men, is, like, people kind of, like, in altercations, people have a respect for you. It's just a thing you get. Especially me, like, I have a bouncer size. Like, I'm, like, people, and I think that's where the de-escalation comes. It's really bitch shit. Like, they're basically poking at you, and when you turn to look at them, they're like, I'm sorry. And it's like, I remember experiencing this as a bouncer, actually. But those are the kind of guys I was bouncing, those preppy, like, drunk white dudes.
Yeah.
And my brother is convinced that it's, like, the fact that I was with a white chick was also part of it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that with you being black and them being white, you got probably some of the cooler type frat boy white dudes, but some of them will look at someone your size and the fact that you're black and say, you know what, I don't really want to mess with this guy because, you know, he's black, so he might shoot me.
Like,
you know?
but you know this on a gut level. It's like,
of course,
who's going to be difficult to deal with physically. Even if you're drunk, it's like you know it's not going to be easy. Well,
but then there's also these frat boys who will look at someone your size and the fact that you're black and say, you know what, I want to fuck him up just so I can go back to my frat and say I fucked up some black dude.
Oh, right.
Because it's just like, to them, it's just like pulling some super hot chick. They can go back and say, look what I did.
Dude, I thought this. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked this super hot chick. She looked like fucking Kelly Kapowski. But it's the same thing if they go back and they say, yeah, man, I fucked up this black guy. He was as big as Suge Knight. You know, it's the same fucking thing. But with me in Atlanta, you know, I witnessed that a lot. But at the same time, I know when, like, you can tell when you look in their eyes. You can say, you know what, this guy is scared of me. And even though I'm not a fighter and I'm a pretty small guy, I'm still a black dude with dreads. So they think, oh fuck, this guy has a gun, or this guy fights on a regular basis, and you use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds really fucked up, but shit. I mean,
but this is real. Yeah. When you're out in the
This
world,
is black privilege. This is black privilege when you can use something that is universally seen, at least in America, as a negative. You can use that to get your way out of a negative situation. You know, that's really one of the very few privileges that we have. That and white girls thinking our dicks are huge. Those are the only two things that we have. You know, so yeah, I mean, I get you. I'm not someone who looks for confrontation at all. I actually try to avoid it. I know that sounds crazy, but I do. But when I'm in situations like that, my girlfriend will tell you I'll get pretty annoyed pretty quick. And I have not actually gotten in a fist fight in probably 16 years.
Oh, that's so good.
Because I don't have to. But I've gotten in situations where I've been in dudes' faces and been like, look, like, I will literally kill you. Because that's where my mind goes immediately. It's never like, oh man, I'm gonna punch you in your face if you don't get out of my face. No, like, my anger will go from 0 to 3,000. And at 3,000, all I'm thinking is, I'm gonna fucking stab you in the neck with a plastic spork. And that's all that's gonna happen.
That's what scares me, though, is like, man, I always think about this whenever I have people like behaving this way toward me in public. It's like, I'm a really docile dude, and I think part of it, I do have a rage in me. It doesn't come out physically. I think it comes out mentally, usually, and self-harm probably. But like, but that's all tied into like the Jehovah's Witness upbringing stuff. Like I was raised in a cult, so it's like, I think there's a lot of like self-hate and really weird anger issues involved in that.
Sure.
But it's like, I was raised in a super pacifist way, but the thing I know about people, though, is like, most people go through life basically screaming on the inside. I mean, most people, it's like they're doing shit they don't want to do. They're with people they don't want to be with. They got married too young. They had kids and they hate it. And there's just all this resentment just inside of them. And it's like, I think most people, man, given the chance, it's like they don't even have a way to release it. A lot of people, like, working out does release it. Yeah. But I mean, if we're just talking about energies, and we look like a bunch of spiritual douches right now, but it's real, man. Like, you have all this shit that's inside of you. And I mean, for me, even like, art is like a release of all that shit. That's my therapy you guys are looking at.
Yeah.
But most people don't have that outlet, and I think some people like drinking is their like they drink and then it starts coming out, right? Then they can hug their friend and tell them that they love them and stuff like that. I still have trouble with that, by the way, as a man. Like interactions, yeah, just being like, dude, I really enjoy this right now. It's hard. It's hard for me to just be like. You know, like, and a friend of mine right now is like was in a horrific car accident, and he's been in an ICU for a week, and all I keep thinking about is like, I wish I told him like nicer things, you know, while he was. But it's a hard thing with men. But like,
with some, I think with some men, I think with like
right with some, yeah,
like me, like that doesn't bother me at all. Like, I don't hesitate. Like if I love one of my friends, it's like. It's not that big of a deal. I think that men still have this kind of underground homophobia type thing where they think like,
so silly.
If I tell my friend I love him, he's gonna think I want to fuck him. It's just stupid. It's just fucking stupid. So like one of my really really good friends who I've known for forever, his dad just passed away, and I hit him up and I was just like, you know, how are you doing? I hope everything's cool. And he's just like, yeah, he just passed away this morning. You know, I just want to tell you I love you. And it's not even a thing. It's not like I'm thinking, does he want to suck my dick? Like, no.
Right, yeah, and I know that, but it's just like, but to my credit, it's hard for me to say it to girls too. It's easier for that, but like I have issues with that regardless with that sort of even friendship intimacy.
Do you hug your guy friends when you see them? Like if you haven't seen one of your guy friends in a minute?
I do.
Okay. And I don't mean like a rapper hug where it's like, oh, this dap and then the other one arm goes around. I'm talking about
that's such black dude hug. Yeah, that's what I give him. I don't give him a hug.
See, no, like when I see my good friends, it's a hug.
You don't give him the dap hug?
No. That's what you give motherfuckers that like you're cool with.
I know,
but you don't really care about them. Like when I see my good friends who I'm like all my homies that I'm going to see, I'm going to Florida next weekend, and I'm hanging out with all my friends that I've known for fucking 15, 20 years. I don't give them a fucking dap hug.
But come on, you know what? Let's talk about the dap hug. The dap hug
means nothing.
No, man. The dap hug it's deep and it's rooted in tradition, brother.
No.
It's rooted in tradition, Myke C-Town. You understand? You get the dap, okay? You get the pull in, that's the second part, and then you get the slap on the back, brother. That means you're gonna be okay, brother. That means you're gonna be alright, my brother, in this white man's America. You understand? The dap hug. Next time you see the dap hug, you will understand, my brother. It's good. It's good, man.
It's fine, but you give people that you don't really.
Fine.
I mean, it's like
you're giving a review of the dap hug. I would love this.
Yeah, I'm gonna break down the dap hug. Like whenever I meet rappers, they always give the dap hug, and it's like even if I met you 5 seconds ago, you're getting the dap hug. So it's like, at what point does a dap hug escalate to a real hug? Like, how long do I have to know you before I give you an embrace versus a dap hug?
Dude, I've never seen a grown man dap hug a kid. Like, kids don't. That's such a fun. Like, just leading down to how awkward it would be. You ever seen two kids give each other a dap?
Yeah, it's weird because their arms don't even go around each other. It looks weird.
Hey, what's up, my little nigga? Hey, what up, man? Hey, how you feeling, dog? Hey, you know, just chilling, man. Fucking bitches, man. Bothering the shit out of me, dog. I don't know, man. Fuck. Hey. Hey, spark this up with me, dog. Hey.
That shit is so weird.
I don't mind it, man.
I just think that
until you said that just now, that's fucking ruining it for me.
Good.
It's a black tradition you're taking away from me, dude.
When you see your good friends that you've known for a long time, I feel like a 2-armed hug is necessary. Like, because you're genuinely saying, I'm so glad to see you. What a dap hug says is, oh shit, what up, man? That's it. It's an escalated handshake. That's all it is.
Yeah, you know what's funny about me is, like, I'm not homophobic at all.
Oh, I know, not at all.
But it's like, but there is, I don't know what it is. It's intimacy with men. Like, I was raised by women, and I think that's another thing. Is like, I was raised by women, and I think, like, my interactions with adult men all came from the church. This is something I've only thought about, like, as an adult, but like, my only interactions were with adult men who were trying to tell me about the Bible usually, And I mean, I think my interactions with men, it's something I've had to teach myself as an adult male.
Okay.
Like you have to sort of learn how to interact, because like with women, like do you find that it's easier to emotionally express yourself with women? Because I think it's just no contest that women are just way better to talk to about emotional shit.
No, it depends on the guy. Like if it's a good friend, like I'll call him up and be like, "Yo, this is what's happening."
Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
I think
that growing up in like the punk scene, like we learned about like male interaction differently than I think a lot of other scenes. Like I think dudes who grew up strictly in the hip hop scene, they don't think about, yo, let me give my homie a hug every time I see him. Like there are people that I've known in Atlanta from the punk and hardcore scene since '94, but I still see them fairly regularly. And every time I see him, it's a hug. It's not a dap hug. It's a hug because I've known you forever, and this is how we express, like, yo, it's good to see you. Now, I'm not saying anything's wrong. I was joking before. I'm not saying anything's wrong with a dap hug, but I also don't think that there's anything wrong with, like, a serious two-armed, like, yo, it's good to fucking see you. And I think that a lot of dudes, we still, even if we're not homophobic, we still have this thing inside of us that says that that's not okay. Like that's weird to do that. Like when you see your female friends that you haven't seen in a long time,
that's easy.
You hug them, right? So why is it any different than if you see one of your male friends?
And again, like this is divorced from like we were past the homophobia thing. It's just weird. It just feels weird. It's like, oh, this guy's as tall. I think it's like body relationships. It's like closeness to a male. It's just like it's almost like standing next to a kangaroo. It's like, I don't know what the fuck that's like to stand next to, like, really close to one. It's weird how like you're like, it's something, I guess, and maybe if you're inexperienced with it, like maybe there's a guy out there listening who's like, I've never even hugged a man. I don't know what the fuck that's like. So I think that's what it comes down to. It's just like a weird thing. You're listening to the Hug podcast every week. We talk about hugs, different kinds of hugs. You know what I mean?
Men should, but
okay. What else is it? It's a dap hug, regular standard two-armed hug, side hug. The Christian side hug.
Oh, I only do that to chicks that I want to make sure that they don't think that I'm like being sketchy.
Oh yeah.
But you
just smell their hair. Just
it smells good herbal essence. No, like I typically don't give Christian side. I don't give Christian anything, honestly. But I don't know. I mean, I think that we still, even though we are a bit more open as far as social norms and all that kind of thing goes, I think that we still have a ways to go as far as getting rid of things that have been latent that we just don't even really know is there, and
especially in the black community, like, oh jeez.
Well, yeah, we're worse. I think that it's definitely something, like I said, when it comes from the punk scene, like I think white dudes have no issue giving each other like full hugs, like, hey bro, it's good to see you, bro. Did you just fart? I heard that.
No, that was my chair creaking.
You liar.
My chair creaked. I don't fart around people.
Bullshit.
No,
anyway.
honestly, that's a thing about me. I'm really, really sensitive about bodily functions. You know what else? Motherfucker, since we're talking about masculinity, if I'm shitting, literally farting, if I'm around people, even if my roommate is home, and I know he might walk by, if I'm shitting in the bathroom, I run the water, like a little girl.
Why?
I don't like people hearing me shit or fart.
Oh my god,
I don't
dude.
like it, dude. I don't like it.
You sound like my girlfriend. Like my girlfriend's the exact same way.
And if I'm around a girl, yeah, I don't fart. I don't do it's weird to me.
Well, okay,
so
like
weird.
I don't fart around my girlfriend because I think, because I know she doesn't like that kind of thing. Now, if she is like me and thinks farts are funny, then hell yeah, I'd let one go around her, but she doesn't. Now, my homies, whenever someone farts, we're still like fucking 10-year-olds. We laugh our asses off, especially if it stinks. That shit's still funny to us.
I laugh if someone else does it, but I've never been the deliverer. It's just so weird.
Oh man, dude, that was the best shit. like when we were in high school, the best shit to do is like if you're in a store, like walk by your homie and like let one go and then bounce and then hope that somebody else walks by and thinks he did it. Or it was like, you know what?
But madam, it was not me.
Yeah.
I'm Shakespearean fart doubter. That's my new character. Shakespearean fart doubter. It was not I, madam, who delivered the stench.
The stench
from within
was
cheeks.
not I. No, like
Jeffrey
farts are still funny, and I think they'll be funny until the day I die.
Yeah. What are you, Pac? No. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to bring up in terms of homophobia and shit.
Homophobia? I like that.
Homie.
Hey, man, I'm scared of all these homies.
I'm scared of homies. I don't need no more homies. I'm homophobia.
I don't want to be a homie.
I'm sitting there editing a music video for a rapper from Atlanta, actually. Cool guy.
Who is it?
Floyd. He's up and coming SoundCloud guy.
Okay.
A music video coming out very soon. Good guy, very smart.
Oh, here we go. Hey, Mike, can you review his album?
Hey, Mike, hey, check my mixtape out.
No, but this guy, I mean, pink is part of his brand. He likes wearing pink stuff, like light colors, light greens, light pinks. He doesn't wear black. He doesn't wear super dark colors like you and I probably usually wear. I'm getting better about it. Like I have red shirts now and green shirts. I'm even getting a yellow shirt soon, and I'm really trying to. I mean, I feel most comfortable in black, but I know it is kind of basic in a way. Like it's like. It's very I don't know, it doesn't come out at you. Black is very like it's where it is, you know, it's just kind of in the cut.
Okay.
But anyway, the point is his music video, it's very pink. And that's kind of how he wanted it to be. Like, I made it darker. It was purple when I initially made it. And he's like, oh, can you add this and that? I'm like, fine. I changed it to, like, pinkish. I think it's beautiful. It looks great.
Okay.
And in the music video, it's like a Sega Genesis video game where he's driving, avoiding dolphins and stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay. But this guy sits next to me, this Ethiopian dude at the bar. And I've talked to him maybe once or twice. He's like... like nice enough guy, whatever, and I'm not really that cool with him. And he's asked me about what I'm working on, and then he's like, this rapper wanted pink color, and I'm like, yeah, dude. And he's like, pink, ah. And he's like looking around like, and I'm like,
I don't have time for that kind of shit. That would piss me off.
I was, and he's like, I mean, would you have pink in your video? And I'm like, maybe. I was like, this is beautiful color. And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, you motherfucker. It's like, but if it's a woman, it's okay. And like, oh, so if it's so silly, and I was just annoyed by it.
You should be, because it makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. What does wearing a color have to do with, one, your sexuality, two, your masculinity, you know,
but it doesn't
or anything
even
else
matter. If this dude sucked 10 dicks,
exactly,
I don't want to hear shit from you because I don't know you, dude.
I don't. Even if I did know you, I don't want to hear shit from you because why the fuck?
Right,
do you care?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like this isn't. But that's that deep old country shit though. Like that level of homophobia is like you'll die. Like it's not even a conversation in his country. Yeah. So to some degree, I'm like, okay, you're afraid of this on a level that I don't even, I can't even come close to.
See, whenever I think of stuff like that, like I remember, I'm okay. So I'm really cheap. So if I need an umbrella, I would buy any kind of umbrella as long as, you know, it was cheap, right? So
right.
I remember I had this umbrella that was like fuchsia and like lavender colors with like all these flowers and shit on top of it. But you know what? It was $1.99 at TJ Maxx.
I would have made fun of you.
So I would use the umbrella. And I remember we were walking to a meeting and I had my umbrella. And the guys around me, they were like, man, I don't know why you're walking around with that umbrella, man. I wouldn't use that umbrella. And I was like, why? Like, look at it. It's a girl's umbrella. And I was like, so umbrellas have genders now? Or are you serious? So I was like, what exactly is it that you're worried about? Because I was like, you sound like a homophobe. No, it's not that. I'm not homophobic. Well, then what is it? You're afraid to use this umbrella that has flowers on it because of what? Because you're afraid that people will think you're gay. And even if they do, why do you care?
Right.
That kind of shit makes no fucking sense. So, he wants to use pink. Why use pink? why not? If he likes the color pink, what the fuck difference does it make? This kind of shit is so stupid to me.
Yeah, it's really awful. And I didn't want to talk to him anymore after that because it was just, it's weird. Yeah, and I guess we all like, even like the least homophobic of us are we're still trying to figure some shit out about gender, like where, like what we are allowed to do, which is literally anything. You can do whatever you want now, but we're still trying to, I guess, collectively work up courage to do what we want. Like I don't have any. I do have a pink shirt. What the fuck? I love my pink shirt. Never mind. Cameron, wears pink, and it doesn't even matter if you're gay. Like even if you're gay, so yeah, and then that is the next level shit of like, yeah. So what if he was gay? Is that an issue too? Like you gonna bitch at me about that? Like what's the problem here? Fuck.
Yeah, people. I mean, I think we all have these things that are still inside of us that no matter how open we try to be, they're still there.
I know.
Like my friend who I was talking about earlier, he thinks it's funny that if we're out in public, he'll try to like hold my hand and he'll think it's funny. And
that is kind of funny.
See,
I'm sorry.
For some reason, and I honestly,
oh god,
I honestly don't know if it's latent homophobia or what it is, but for some reason that shit infuriates me. I'm like, stop doing that. It's not fucking funny. Like, stop trying to hold my hand because it's not funny. Like, I guess on one hand, I feel like
you should do it. You should hold his hand, and he'll back down.
No, he won't. He'll think it's even funnier. He'll still do it. Like,
so this is the thing he consistently does.
Yes, and I don't find the humor in it. It's like I almost find it like I almost find it almost defense like. I don't know what it is. It's just annoying.
I know it's weird. Trust me. I do think it's funny, but I also think it's weird. I know. I get it. It technically shouldn't be. But when if I see gay guys, then I'm like, oh, it's not funny. Right, but
so why is it funny when two straight dudes do it?
I don't know.
Exactly. It's almost like we're making fun.
Like,
I don't know.
We're not gay though, right?
Exactly.
Did you ever see the sketch? You ever see the sketch of Bobby Lee and Will Sasso pretending to be gay so that they can get chicks, but they keep doing it and they start living together and having sex and it's like they're doing it for like 20 years.
I don't even know who those two people are.
I'll send you the sketch. It's so good. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, that was it. I don't know, man. I just don't find.
But I won't even hold a woman's hand. So yeah,
what?
That's other. I don't like PDA. I'm really weird, dude. I'm a weird guy. I don't like my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti when I think about holding a woman's hand. I don't want to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Then maybe that's just like something in you that you just don't like certain types of affection.
Yeah, I have trouble with it, man. Like in public, but the thing is, I don't really like seeing people hold hands in public either. That makes me a little uncomfortable as well.
Really?
It makes me fucking sweaty.
I don't mind
and kissing. No way.
It's different. Like I don't like people that will like make out in front of me. Like that shit will irritate the fuck out of me.
You get one peck. You get one. That's all you get.
Even just that, it's just like why? Why did you need to do that? Like,
the peck, the peck.
Yeah, like for
okay. So you're with me. You're with me then.
Well, that is just to me when people do that, just a little. You can kind of tell that a lot of times it's a territory thing. It's not really like, oh, you look so good and I love you. I just feel like kissing. A lot of times it's like, yo, no, this is mine, and I want everybody here to know that this is mine. And that shit is hella corny to me.
Yeah, a friend of mine. Okay. I'm gonna reveal some shit. A friend of mine did that once. We were out, and he did that with his girl around us. There was a bunch of us, and he just and they were smooching. He grabs her and he's smooching her, and I could feel that it was like, oh, you're doing this to make us see it. Oh, Jesus.
That's so whack. I actually dated a girl like that, and my current girlfriend knew her, and she brings it up all the time because she thinks it's funny. Like, whenever it was just me and her, she was fine. But if I'm friends with a lot more females than I am males, a lot of my female friends, if they were around, she would be like hanging all over me and like wanting to hold hands and shit.
What?
And they all picked up on it. They're like, we don't want your man. Like, stop doing that. Like, and I would think to myself, like, why are you all up on me right now?
Wow.
And it's corny.
Is this is kind of, we're animals, dude.
I mean, to a degree.
This is
of
mine.
course.
This is mine.
This is mine. You can't have it, and I want you to know that it's mine, and you can't have it. And we think that everybody else has the same level of attraction to what we're attracted to, and we think that everybody wants either us or our girlfriend. And it's like, dude, no. Maybe some people aren't even attracted to your girlfriend. Like, chill out. It's not that serious.
Yo, everyone's trying to fuck my girl Big Bertha, you understand? Everyone likes it. When I go out, you know, we're in the street, you know, she weigh about 500, you know, she's curvy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's thick. You know, she's thick, bro.
With 2 C's, you know what I'm saying? And we get looks all the time, you feel me? And dudes always trying to look at Bertha, you know, like they're always trying to walk around her, you know. I see him giving her looks, you know.
Yeah, they're thinking about the logistics, like how does this work?
Nah, man, Bertha, you know, I love her, you know what I'm saying? She you know.
A guy trying to explain why it's fat. 500, dude.
You're fatophobic.
I'm not, like, the body acceptance people I have trouble with. I have trouble with that. I gotta say it. It's not healthy. I don't give a fuck. Dude, it's like, oh, man. It's, when you're at the point where it's like you're, my doctor tells me all the time I need to lose weight, and I do. I could lose maybe like 15, 20. And I'm working on that. I think realistically, I'm gonna try and lose 5 to 10 and keep it there for as long as I can. Okay. But like when you get to a certain level, dude, you gotta know that you gotta.
I don't like. Okay, so it's funny that me and my girlfriend had this exact conversation yesterday. That she was saying what you're saying is, at what point do you know and just say, all right, I need to stop eating or I need to blah blah blah. And I was saying that, yeah, sure, that sounds good in theory, but I think a lot of times people will get to a certain weight and it's almost like they're like, well, I'm already at this weight and I can't lose it, so I may as well, you know, or they'll get to a certain weight and they're like, I feel terrible about myself because everybody else is staring at me or making jokes, so I'm gonna eat to make myself feel better. Like, I think people don't really think about all of those nuances and those different factors that contribute, and it's sad. Like, this person that we see in the street that we're just like, ooh, look at that big fat girl. We have no idea what's going on with her. Like,
why am I laughing already?
See, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Like, she could really be going through some serious shit. Like,
what if she's mean? What if she's a Nazi, dude?
I mean, even if she's a Nazi, like, yeah, she's a piece of shit, but at the same time,
she's a fat Nazi too.
I can hate her for the way that she thinks, but I'm not gonna like hate her because of the way that she is or what's going on with her. Does that
You're telling me you don't? Yeah. You're taking the high ground here. You are.
I try to.
Do you watch 600 Pound Life?
What the fuck is that?
My 600 Pound Life. It's on TLC, the Learning Channel, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I wouldn't watch that because I can tell you right now, just by the title, that it's probably some fuck shit where they're just like parading some big fat person around so everybody can be like, oh, that's what they're like.
It's like Hoarders, except it's all just hamburgers around.
See, dude, I'm not.
It's like a conveyor belt. It's like, imagine a little escalator. It's an escalator of fries just coming down to her
Stop
mouth.
it, man. That's terrible.
It's a funnel. And some guy at the top of it is just dumping in milkshakes, and your mouth is at the bottom.
You're fucking evil, man.
I'm sorry, dude.
You're not sorry. Don't lie. You're like the fucking drunk dude. Sorry. You're not sorry.
Yo, Myke, I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Yo, okay, let's end with this. All right, you recently showed I think a Instagram thing about Catfish, which you love.
Oh,
so you're not gonna laugh at a fat girl, but you'll laugh at a guy having his dreams crushed because the woman he's in love with for 2 years turns out to be a tall white dude, right?
All day long.
Come on, man.
Because
you're a
they
piece of shit
fucking
too. Don't
deserve
lie.
it. They deserve it.
No.
Yes.
That's their heart, dude. We're talking about love. You're talking about they deserve it.
No, they fucking deserve it. If you are online, quote unquote, dating a girl for fucking 2 years and you've never met them and you're in love, you're a dipshit. And you deserve for it to be some fucking big Randy Macho Man Savage looking motherfucker. You deserve it. You deserve every inch of that.
Why are you so mean about this, dude?
Because
Where's your heart?
Why do you think Catfish is the greatest show on television? Because watching these dumb fucks get their fucking dreams crushed is fucking hilarious.
It's great. I love it.
Fucking, it's the best shit ever. Do you watch that show?
Love it.
Okay.
I watch it, but I didn't see the one. What happened to the black dude? Tell me the story. Tell me everything.
This is perfect. So this dude, he had a girlfriend.
A real girlfriend.
A real life girlfriend. Alright? And he's not like, and that's the thing, that's like, he's not like this super sexy, like Trey Songz looking motherfucker. He's your average looking black dude, right?
Yeah.
The girl that he's talking to looks like some fucking professional porn star.
The one online.
The girl online that he's talking to.
And he has a girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend.
Okay,
he's still talking to the porn star looking girl.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, why not? You know, my girlfriend's
Right.
not this type of hot, so why wouldn't I talk to this porn star? So it turns out, you know, he's like, well, I want to go meet her. And the Catfish guys are like, well, look, we're not going to take you to meet this chick unless you tell your current girlfriend that you're doing this. So he tells her. Because look, he fucking called Catfish before he even told his girlfriend what the deal was. So he's a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned.
So how long was he talking to this porn star?
I don't even remember, but it was long enough.
20 years.
He's showing like Neve and Max these pictures, and they're like, seriously? Like, this is not who you're talking to. And he's like, well, I have faith that this is the girl that I'm talking to. I feel like she wouldn't lie to me. She wouldn't lie. We in love.
Boy, here we go.
Dipshit. So when he goes to meet her, it turns out that it's this fucking burly bearded white dude. And he was trying to catch people like him and out him. So the best thing is he comes out the car and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? And he's like, oh yeah, it's me. Oh, but you can still be my chocolate kiss though, baby. Because they would have like serious, yeah, dude. It's the greatest Catfish episode ever. You need to track it down and watch it. And I do not feel bad for those kind of people one fucking bit. You deserve it.
So he was trying to out him as gay?
No. He was trying to out him as a cheater.
Oh.
Because he had a girlfriend and he was talking to this porn star.
Fuck that guy, though. Why is he spending his time, the catfisher, like, you really spending your stupid life trying to out cheaters?
Yeah, look, I don't know what his deal was. He obviously had some sort of thing going on. Like, I don't know if it's mental illness or what, but you could tell by the way he was acting that he was not your stereotypical normal.
Yeah.
But some of these episodes you do kind of feel bad because it'll be these girls who weren't popular in high school and they were looking for some kind of acceptance and they find
some of them
online.
are hot, dude.
Yeah, some of them are hot, but I think those aren't the ones that I really feel that bad about. It's the ones that I feel like they've been shitted on by life, and then they find someone that they think is going to take care of them, and then they shit on them too. Those are the ones where I'm like,
called Myke on the internet, and he is really nice. We've been talking for 3 years, and I love him, and I cannot wait to go to Atlanta to meet him.
Man, 3 years, you can keep that shit. Like,
she goes and then it's fucking I don't know.
It's Ken.
It's Ken. What? No, she'd still be happy. Fuck that. She'd still be happy.
No,
it's just too close. It's too close. To
no, but the pictures
Ken's
Ken's using is like fucking like Chris Brown or some shit.
Oh yeah. It's Chris. Yeah, the picture is Chris. Ken comes out. That's okay. That's still not far off. See, well, no, like, look,
not far off?
Okay, like basically the worst is like they're not the same gender, they're not the same race, they're not the same height, body type. You know what I mean? Like that's the worst. Like there are tiers to Catfish. You know what I mean? Like if they're the same gender, same ethnicity. So Chris Brown to Beezy is not as bad as Chris Brown to fucking. I'm trying to think of some like a really fat old white lady. That's like, dude, I don't even like women. It's like I thought you were a guy, and then you fucking.
But I still, no matter what, I still have a very hard time feeling bad for these people because it's like you've been sitting online for 3 years talking to someone, and the thing is, it's like you look at the pictures and you're like, come the fuck on. You seriously thought this person was interested in you, and that they've been just not able to go hang out with you for 3 years, you're fucking stupid, man. I can't do it.
There was one where I saw that it was this white dude, and it was a chick from Long Island met this white dude. Did you see this one? He's like a preppy guy.
Okay.
And a really rich kid, like 17. He turned out to be real, but he just didn't care about her.
Wait, no, I don't.
Yeah, he was real, dude. This is scary, dude. He was real. She goes down, and then she's like, "Have you told any of your friends about me?" He's like, no. Like, I don't really care like that. Like, I was just talking.
Oh my god.
Like, he had no soul, so he just used her basically for like I don't know what, because he wasn't fucking, so I have no idea. But he was just like a heartless dude.
It's an ego boost for some of these motherfuckers. It's like they just want someone to tell them that they love them, or that they're awesome, or that they matter, and they just use them for that. They don't have to be fucking or getting money. They're getting affirmations, and that's all that's important to them.
Yeah, man.
Dude, this show, I'm telling you, man, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That show is the greatest on television. I watch every episode.
Really good.
It's so damn good.
When the suffering is real at the end, and sometimes, specifically with women, I have trouble. Like with some of the women, I feel sympathetic, especially if they're nice and they're clearly just like might be a little bit slow. Some of them,
yeah,
they're just kind of. I'm not talking about like retarded, but like some of them are like I said, decently attractive, but they're just kind of slow, like emotionally, like they clearly are like have anxiety and shit, and it's like, come on, lady, just leave.
Well, those are the ones I kind of feel bad for, because it's like you're taking advantage of the fact that she is maybe emotionally stunted or emotionally inept, socially inept. You're taking advantage of people like that. Like those I feel bad for, but it's these average ass motherfuckers that are just like, yeah, I've been talking to this girl. Like, there's that one dude. Have you seen the one where the guy thinks he's talking to fucking Katy Perry?
No, I want to, though.
Oh, dude.
Do you remember the season? Do you remember what season it was?
No, but if you just go online and type in Catfish Katy Perry, it'll come up. Like, this dude, he made her a ring. They flew all the way to the UK. Like, he had an excuse for everything. And, of course, normal people like us are sitting back like, bruh, you're not talking to Katy. Katy Perry does not want you at all.
What if it was her, though?
That would be amazing.
It turns out to be Lil B.
Wait, have you seen the one with D Pimpin'? This is the last one that I'll talk about.
Oh, the rapper who turns out to be a woman?
Yes, and she was saying that she was Little Bow Wow.
Yeah, I remember.
One is, and she's from Atlanta. That one was amazing, because I was like, you're not talking to Little Bow Wow, clearly. And even if you were, like, why are you stoked about it? But anyway, like, why are you happy? I'm talking to Bow Wow.
He got at least like $1,000 in the bank. You feel me?
I'm talking to Shad. Like, no, and then it ends up being this chick who goes by D Pimpin', and I was like, that is fucking hilarious. And it's like I can't make myself feel bad for them, because it's just like, you're fucking stupid. You're stupid. I mean, life sucks for you right now, but in the end, you're gonna look back at this and be like, yeah, I was fucking stupid. I thought I was talking to Little Bow Wow.
It's pretty dumb. Oh, God. All right, dude, this has been fun.
Word.
Thank you for coming through to Double D's. Next time you come on here, D.respect will be here. Or maybe he won't, because he's scared.
I don't think he will. I think he hates me.
You know what? There is kind of a meme going around that he doesn't exist, and he's just a figment of my imagination, which I think is also true. Oh, that's like the worst thing you can say about someone, is that you just imagined them.
On some, like, M. Night Shyamalan shit?
Yes, I am him, pretty much.
Okay. I mean, that would make sense. I would get that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am D.respect. That's the point I'm trying to make. Myke, please tell the people where they can find you.
Sorry. Jesus Christ. That was not a boredom yawn. That was literally, it's fucking early yawn. And I haven't had coffee yet. They can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/deadendhiphop. You can also find me on YouTube at youtube.com/MYKECTOWN. That's Myke Seatown. And and you can find me on Twitter and Facebook, all at Myke Seatown, MYKECTOWN. So holla at your boy.
Thank you for coming through. It's been really fun. You guys, please go to his channel. Check out his shit. Good content.
Word up.